Dodgers fans, you won't believe what's happening right now. Reports are flying that the Dodgers are making a blockbuster trade and bringing in a World Series champion to Los Angeles. This move could change everything for the team as they gear up for a championship run. But who is this star player? And what will the Dodgers have to give up to get him? Could this be the missing piece that pushes La over the top, or is this a risky move that could shake up the roster in a big way? We need to break this down. And because this is huge, Dodgers fans, get ready because major trade news is circulating, and it looks like the team could be making a move for a World Series champion, with the front office always looking to strengthen the roster. This could be a game-changing addition, and one that might just push the Dodgers even closer to another championship. Rumors are heating up, and insiders are reporting that a deal could be in the works, but is it really happening? And if so, who is heading to Los Angeles? And what does this mean for the rest of the roster? This kind of move doesn't happen without a lot of planning, and with the Dodgers already having one of the most stacked lineups in baseball, they wouldn't be making a trade unless they truly believed it could make a difference. The question is what role this player would fill and how this impacts the Dodgers' championship aspirations. We've seen this front office pull off some blockbuster moves in recent years, and if history tells us anything, it's that when the Dodgers make a move, it's never just for the sake of making a move. They are always thinking about the big picture. So let's talk about what this potential deal could look like and why this player is even available in the first place. The Dodgers have been keeping an eye on potential trade targets for months, and now it looks like they may have zeroed in on a player with serious championship experience. Teams that have won it all know what it takes to perform under pressure, and having a guy like that in the clubhouse can make a massive impact when the postseason arrives. But of course, any trade involves giving something up, and that's where things get interesting. Who would the Dodgers be willing to part with in order to bring in this World Series champion? With the amount of talent already on this roster, there's no doubt that teams would be asking for some serious prospects, or even a key contributor from the Major League squad. Would the Dodgers be willing to take that risk, and do they believe this player is worth it? Another big factor to consider is how this player would fit into the Dodgers' current lineup and rotation. If this is a position player, where would he slot in? And what does that mean for the guys already on the roster? If it's a pitcher, does he come in as a starter, or is this someone who strengthens the bullpen? These are the questions the front office has to weigh before pulling the trigger on a deal. But given the way the Dodgers have operated in the past, we know they're not afraid to make a big splash when they see the right opportunity. And let's not forget the impact this move would have on the rest of the league. Other teams are watching closely because when the Dodgers make a move, it often forces their rivals to respond, whether it's the Padres, the Giants, or even teams in the National League East. Everyone knows that the Dodgers are one of the most aggressive teams when it comes to improving their roster. But one of the biggest things Dodgers fans want to know is whether this trade actually increases their chances of winning the World Series. They've already added so much talent this offseason, but is this the final piece to the puzzle? Could this be the move that gives them the edge they need to dominate in October? And what does this say about the Dodgers' overall approach to team building this season? First, let's talk about why the Dodgers are even in the market for another star player. It's not like they haven't already made big splashes this offseason. They've built what some are calling a super team, but as we've seen time and time again in baseball, you can never have enough depth. Injuries, slumps, unexpected performances, all of these things can impact a season, and the Dodgers front office knows that better than anyone. That's why they are still looking to upgrade, even though they already have a championship caliber team. So let's take a closer look at this World Series champion, and why he's on the trade market in the first place. Typically, teams don't just give away players who have helped them win titles. So what's the situation here? Is this a case of a team looking to rebuild and move on from a veteran? Is this a financial decision where they need to clear salary space? Or is this a player who just isn't fitting into their current team structure anymore? Whatever the case may be, the Dodgers see an opportunity, and they see a player who can make an impact. They don't hesitate. But here's where things get really interesting, because with any major trade comes the question of what the Dodgers would have to give up to make it happen. We know La has one of the best farm systems in baseball, and they've been smart about keeping their top prospects, but would they be willing to part with some of that young talent to land a proven winner at the major league level? Or could this trade involve someone already on the big league roster? That's where things get tricky, because the Dodgers have a stacked team, and moving the wrong piece could shake up the chemistry. So who would the Dodgers be willing to move? There are a few names that come up whenever we talk about Dodgers trade rumors, and some of those names might be involved in this deal, whether it's a young pitcher, a highly touted infield prospect, or even a major league player who is currently in a crowded position group. The front office has some tough decisions to make, but knowing how they operate, they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure this team is as strong as possible heading into the POS season. But what does this trade actually mean for the Dodgers' championship hopes? That's the big question, because every move they make right now is about one thing: winning it all this season. They're not just trying to make the playoffs, they are trying to dominate in October, and bringing in a proven winner could be exactly what they need to solidify that goal. If this is a position player, imagine adding another big bat to an already elite lineup. Think about what that would do to opposing pitchers when they have to face yet another dangerous hitter in the middle of the Dodgers' order. It would be a nightmare for teams trying to get through this lineup without giving up runs. If this is a pitcher, then the Dodgers might be making a move to strengthen their rotation or bullpen. We've already seen how important pitching depth is in a long season, and even though the Dodgers have some great arms, adding another proven arm with postseason experience could be the key to locking down those crucial late-season games. But here's something else to consider. Does this trade change the Dodgers' strategy for the rest of the season? If they bring in this World Series champion, does that mean they are done making moves, or could this be just the beginning of an even bigger plan? Are they setting themselves up for another blockbuster deal later in the season? We've seen the Dodgers operate like this before, where they make one big move and then follow it up with something even bigger, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. One thing is for sure, Dodgers fans, this front office is going all in on winning another championship, and they are not afraid to make big moves to get there. We've already seen them pull off some of the biggest signings and trades in baseball, and now it looks like they're about to add another elite player to this already stacked team. As we get closer to the trade deadline, or even a surprise mid-season move, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. Could this deal be finalized in the coming days, or is it just early speculation that still needs to develop? One thing is for sure, though, the Dodgers are in full win-now mode, and they're not done making moves. But now I want to hear from you Dodgers fans. Do you think this is the right move for La? Do you like the idea of bringing in a World Series champion, or do you think they should focus on other areas of the team? Who do you think they might have to give up to make this trade happen? Let me know in the comments, because this is a huge moment for the Dodgers, and we need to hear what the fans think. Now I want to hear from you Dodgers fans. Do you think trading for this World Series champion is the right move for La, or should they hold on to their prospects and stick with the current roster? Who do you think they might have to give up in this deal, and would it be worth it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on all things Dodgers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.